Rin, din, rin, din? Which one to use? Find out. Kumusta po kayo? My name is Jay. I am a Filipino and I call Metro Manila in the Philippines my home. Welcome back to my channel. Let's go Tagalog. This channel is dedicated in giving you a flavor of the beautiful language, the Tagalog language. And I do hope to be part of your journey in learning Tagalog. In the last video, I have introduced you to a very important word in Tagalog, the word I, which is a copula or a linker. I have also introduced you to our first simple Tagalog sentence patterns, which includes how to convert from the singular form to the plural form. Let's just say that the rules there are not the same as that of in English. This time, I'm going to introduce you to another special word in Tagalog, which is the equivalent of the English adverb also or to, or the Spanish tambien, or the French aussi. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to rin and din. What? There's two of them, you ask? Oh yes, there's two of them. And the rule on which one to use is a little bit tricky, but it can be overcome. That is why I need your full attention as I talk about how to use rin and din. But before that, let us take a look back at the last sentence pattern we talked about in the last video, which is going to be our springboard in understanding on how to use rin and din. Let us review. For singular subject or topic or focus of the sentence, we use si plus proper noun plus I plus the predicate, which can be an adjective, a common noun, or a verb. The second pattern is ang plus common noun plus I plus the predicate. For example, si Peter ay matalino. Peter is smart. In this case, the predicate is an adjective. And ang bahay ay malaki. The house is big. In this example, the predicate to is an adjective. The next set of patterns would be in the plural form. The plural counterpart is sina plus proper noun, at, then proper noun again, then add I, then the predicate, which could be an adjective, a common noun, or a verb. If it is an adjective, you reduplicate the second syllable. The second pattern is ang mga plus common noun, plus I, plus the predicate. For example, sina Peter at June ay matatalino. Peter and June are smart. In Tagalog, converting a sentence from a singular subject to a plural subject, you change si to sina, then you mention the names of the subject with the copula at in between the names. And another example, ang mga bahay ay malalaki. The houses are big. For common nouns, you add the plural marker mga after the case marker ang. In both examples, we use adjectives as predicates. The adjectives change when the second syllable in each adjective was reduplicated. This only happens to an adjective when used in the plural form. Common nouns and verbs as predicates do not undergo any changes. If you have missed the last video where I talked about these sentence patterns together with a bunch of examples on how to use them, or if you just wish to review them, I encourage you to please check it out. I am providing the link in the description down below, and it is really very important that you check it out before you see this current video. On to our topic for today, how to use rin and din. Let me now introduce you to our new sentence patterns on how to use rin and din. Si Ann ay maganda rin. Ann is beautiful too. Ang puno ay mataas din. The tree is tall too. Sina Ann at Marie ay magaganda rin. Anne and Marie are beautiful too. Ang mga puno ay matataas din. The trees are tall too. As you can see, it is identical to the sentence patterns I discussed in my last video, except for one thing. Rin and din appear at the last part of the sentence. That's not too hard to remember, right? Okay, I know your next question. You're gonna ask me, but Jay, how do I still use rin and din? Well, let's take a look at the next examples and let's see if you can spot it. Please observe. Si Peter ay matalino rin. Si Ann ay estudyante rin. Si Ginang Resurreksyon ay nurse din. Si Binibining San Felipe ay direktor din. Did you catch it? You use rin if the word before it ends in a vowel, like matalino rin, also smart or smart too. Estudyante rin, also student or student too. In addition, you use rin if the word before it ends in the consonants W and Y. Why is that? Well, because W and Y, when placed at the end of a word, sounds like a vowel. For example, baliw rin, also crazy or crazy too. Makulay rin, also colorful or colorful too. On the other hand, you use din if the word before it ends in a consonant, except for W and Y, like nurse din, also a nurse or nurse too. Director din, also a director, director too. Are you with me so far? All right, let us take a look at more examples. Let us use the singular case marker C with adjectives as the predicate. But before we do that, let me introduce you to the adjectives we will be using in the examples, like matalino, smart, masigla, lively, mataba, fat, malusog, healthy, matangkad, tall, but only used for people, marunong, knowledgeable, madali, easy, mabuti, good person, malaki, big, magaling, good performer, matapang, fearless or brave, makitid, narrow. Now, on to more examples. I will not translate the following sentences because I am pretty sure you can already tell what they mean. Si Peter ay matalino rin. Si June ay masigla rin. Si Marie ay mataba rin. Si Ariana ay malusog din. Si Donald ay matangkad din. Si Tess ay marunong din. Now, let us use the singular case marker, ang, with adjectives as the predicate. Ang aralin ay madali rin. Ang magulang ay mabuti rin. Ang bahay ay malaki rin. Ang manlalaro ay magaling din. Ang aso ay matapang din. Ang daan ay makitid din. Are you getting the hang of it? Let's convert the following sentences into the plural form. For the singular case marker, we follow this pattern. Si becomes sina. Since there will be more than one subject, you use at between the subjects. Then add I, add the predicate, and then add rin or din, whichever is applicable. Let's try. Sina Peter at June ay matatalino rin. Sina June at Marie ay masisigla rin. Sina Marie at Ariana ay matataba rin. Sina Ariana at Tess ay matatangkad din. Sina Donald at Anton ay matatapang din. Sina Peter at Marie ay marurunong din. Now, let us try using the case marker ang together with the plural marker mga to convey a sentence in the plural form. Ang mga aralin ay madadali rin. Ang mga magulang ay mabubuti rin. Ang mga bahay ay malalaki rin. Ang mga manlalaro ay magagaling din. Ang mga aso ay matatapang din. Ang mga daan ay makikitid din. If you got confused with these examples, you might want to check out the last video where I talked about how to convert sentences into the plural form. You will find the link in the description below. Also, this topic is quite long, so I will pause for now and give you a breather. You may replay this video to get yourself more familiar with the grammatical rules on how to use rin and din. In the next video, we will continue with more examples using verbs and common nouns as predicate. Please do check it out. I will see you next time, but first, please hit the like button and the subscribe and bell buttons so that you won't miss any video that I will be posting regularly. Maraming salamat po at hanggang sa susunod.